Thank you, Tony. Hello, Gettings Casino. Hello. My name's Darius Davies. It's lovely to be here in the glamorous South End. I've come tonight from Croydon. That's where I live. My American friends, you probably never heard of Croydon in London. I'll give you an example of what Croydon is like, right? This is the kind of area Croydon is. I was in an electrical store. I was standing behind this woman. She was buying a television. The cashier was taking down her contact details for TV licensing, and he asked her the following question: "Can I get your street name, please?" Now, this is a type of area that Croydon is, because she replied, and I quote, "I don't have a street name, I just go by Shanice." And I was the only one laughing. It's amazing. Anyway, so it's nice to be here. Lovely gig. This is always love playing to like just one table. But I went to the doctors, and the doctors gave me this form. Now none of my details have changed, but it said fill out this application form, Darius. And I'm going through it, and nothing's changed. But it's just like name and address. I'm filling it all out. But I got to one question, and this question really annoyed me because the question was, who do you live with? And I was like, why does the doctor need to know who I live with? How is that information important to the doctor? Because let's analyze what the doctor already knows, right? He already knows he's younger than me, right? He already knows he's got a better job than me. Why does he need to make me humiliate myself and write down live with my mum? How is that information going to help the doctor? But here's the deal, right? I live with my mum, but I stay a lot at my girlfriend's house. And I'm a pretty smart guy. So I filled out that application form and I put live with my mum / girlfriend. But in hindsight, at second thoughts, it's not so, right? So I fill out this form, then I want to see the doctor. Americans, you don't know this, but I'll tell you this. If you want to make an appointment to see the doctor, we all know this because we're British, we all know this. There's a magical window, a magical moment in time that you need to ring to call the doctor. You know that magical window of opportunity, sir? You know it, sir. You know, between 8 and 8:01 a.m. If you miss that, window of opportunity. There's nothing more disrespectful to the doctor than calling at 8:02. No appointment for you at 8:02. But I was sick, so I stayed up, woke up, got real early, 7:55, made the call, right? And I got in there 8:06. Time was, if you called up at 8:00, you'd get the appointment. But now they have the receptionist screening the phone calls. So I called up and said, "Hello, I need to see the doctor, please." And the receptionist said to me, "Okay, what's it regarding?" The receptionist, I said, "I just told you it's regarding me needed to see the doctor." And then she was like, Yeah, but what's the problem? I need to know what the problem is to know whether it's worthwhile putting you through to the doctor. The receptionist needs to know what the problem is to know whether it's worthwhile putting me through to the doctor. I said to the receptionist, "You don't need to know nothing. You failed your GCSEs. You can't make a medical diagnosis on me." Now put me through to the doctor. I've got a discharge from my mum / girlfriend. It's nuts. 3 minutes down. It's different in America. I went to America, I was watching the news in America, and learned a little bit about your healthcare system. This guy lost these 2 fingers. It was in the New York Times. It was reported that, everyone, you see that? He lost those 2 fingers. He had medical insurance. He went to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctor said to him, good news and bad news. The good news is, we can save both of your fingers. And the guy was like, phew. He said, the bad news is your insurance only covers you for the loss of any one finger at any given time. Choose a finger. Choose a finger. Imagine couples, people in relationships. Imagine looking down at your hand and having to choose a finger. You can't choose a finger. You better Snapchat that picture of your hand to your wife or your missus and say, "Babe, which one do you want?" Choose. I can't make that life-altering, changing decision. You need to choose for me, because that's the ring finger if we ever get married, but that's your favorite finger, so make your choice yourself, right? Truthfully, that's why the NHS is great, because you lost 2 fingers at the NHS, they'd pick them both back up, go straight to the nearest hospital, frisk you down, look for your wallet and say, "Can we help this man? Can we save his fingers?" And they will sew them both back on. And, I mean, look, fair enough, you're going to have one hand with 7 fingers, but the point is you're going to have... gonna have all requisite fingers over both hands. Anyway, I think the world, ladies and gentlemen, would be a better place, right, if we all just obeyed the simple rules of life. And most of us in here, we all know the rules of life. It's those unwritten, unspoken rules that we all obey on a daily basis, yet there's still that 1% of people that haven't got those rules, and you think, what's the matter with these people? I'll give you an example. The rules of life dictate if there is a queue at an ATM, now is not the time to print off a mini statement, right? Can we all agree to that? You ever just be standing in the queue and you see some guy printing off a mini and you're just standing there, but you're English. You're thinking to yourself, I want to hunt you down. I want to find your family. I want to murder you all. But because we're English, we're like, tut. That's what we say. Tut. Like we throw the tut. 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 But they know what we mean when we throw that tut. Like they know it's on, right? Tut. We throw it right at them. The world would be a better place, ladies and gentlemen, if we all just obeyed the simple rules of life. Can we all agree in here tonight that it is never, ever acceptable to walk at the same speed as a stranger next to you in the street? Like, why am I having to send this memo out? Who didn't get this? Who thinks it? You ever just be walking down the street enjoying your day, not a care in the world, suddenly there's a guy walking right next to you. And you look at him like, what? You can't believe it. You think, okay, maybe he's going to take me over or something. He's not. He's just going to walk next to you. And he wasn't even there 5 seconds ago, which means he saw you, he caught up with you, and then he thought to himself, yeah, this is the speed I'm going to walk at from now on. And you can't believe it. You're walking. I mean, obviously, you could slow down or you could cross the road, but you're not going to because you were here first, right? So now you're in a race with this guy you don't know. You're just thinking to yourself, how's this not weird for you? And you're speeding down the street, foot by foot with some guy you don't know. And the worst part about this, right, is then when you come across one of your actual friends, and now you have to try and introduce this guy, you don't even know who he is. Your friend's just waiting there, he walks off, now your friend thinks your friends are weirdos. It's nuts. The world would be a better place, ladies and gentlemen, if we all just obeyed the simple rules of life. If you have a mullet, don't ask me what I'm looking at. I'm obviously looking at your mullet, right? You knew what you were doing. You're the guy who went into the hairdressers and asked for that haircut. Not me. Don't look at me like that, right? Here's a big one, 2017. If a friend or an acquaintance hands you their mobile phone to look at a picture, you don't need to swipe left. You don't need to swipe. There's nothing for you to see in that gallery other than the picture that you are looking at. That's fear, right, ladies and gentlemen? You hand someone your mobile phone like that and they take it and they're looking at it and you suddenly see their thumb hovering over the screen. And you're like, whoa, what are you doing? Wait, if you want to see me naked, just ask. Don't be going through my pictures. And then they act like you don't know what you're doing. You knew exactly what you were doing, but here's the situation. I don't even mind, ladies and gentlemen, if people inadvertently on purpose stumble upon any erroneous naked pictures of me on my mobile phone, right? You know why? Because I've taken those naked pictures of myself. That's the best I'm ever going to look. I've taken them in the right lighting, zoomed in real close. I look like a stallion. It's blatant false advertising. If someone comes across that picture, I let it linger in their hand just a minute too long. I'm like, oh, give me that back slowly. Tell your friends. That's what I do about it, right? No, ladies and gentlemen, the pictures I don't want people inadvertently on purpose stumbling upon on my phone are the pictures that I've taken when I've been at home bored. You know those ones when you're at home bored and it suddenly occurs to yourself like, damn, I've never seen what the bottom of my ball sack looks like. Let me have a look at that, you know? Your friend comes across this picture, he's like, what's that? Looks a pink skunk. Give me that back. The world, just for the record, right? I'm going to say this, but like, it's all gone a bit crazy dating nowadays. Dating's gone a bit mad and it's all gone a little bit like you have to send these naked pictures, dick pics. But women are all like, I don't understand why men send dick pics. That's what women say. But women created dick pics, right? Because what happened was one day a girl took a selfie and she did this. Just her face. And she sent to her boyfriend, send me something sexy back, babe. And the guy got that, and he's got two options, right? Two options when he got that send me something sexy back, babe. He's got nothing or nuclear. That's all we have, right? We have no other options except for nuclear. Because women are beautiful. Like a woman can send a picture of her boobs just squished up like that. Like, send me something sexy back, babe. But we get that as a man, squished up boobs. What's the natural equivalent to boobs? What is it? It's balls. You can't send a picture of your balls, right? Dangling from the top of the mobile phone screen, yeah? With a light shining through. So they've gone all pink and translucent, look like a baby pigeon. Thinking about you, babe, kiss. You can't send that. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. I wish I could sing, do impressions, levitate, but I can't. I could definitely do the balloon thing, though. That was pretty rubbish. My name's Darius Davies. Thank you very much. Good night.